Trinidad oil spill discovered to be far worse than anticipated. And in sport, former FIFA Vice President Jack Warner countersuing CONCACAF for defamation. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean Intelligence, Wednesday, April 26. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Grow your business or promote your event through the services offered by the Caribbean Media Corporation and CaribVision. Our distribution provides a platform on cable, terrestrial television, and websites. We cover carnivals and events from across the region. We can bring your event live and alive to the world. For music makers, program producers, businesses, we can expand your reach to in excess of 2 million households daily. Our other services include news updates to enhance your media products, studio space for program and development. We can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today.
Topper Carew, whose name might sound familiar to you, is a man of many talents. He was the creator and producer of the television series Martin. He won more than 40 film and TV awards, but right now he's repping HBCUs in the world of STEM and opening that world to young STEM stars.
There's a major productivity problem in this country. The technology industry has been highly reliant on
We begin in Trinidad and Tobago, where the oil spill that resulted from a rupture of one of the tanks at state-owned oil company Petrotrin on Sunday is much worse than officials first thought, and an investigation has been ordered. Petrotrin has initially estimated that only about 20 barrels of oil had leaked, but as we hear from CNC3's Cindy Wagobar Singh, it was actually 300 barrels worth of oil that spilled into the sea.
Tuesday, the oil refinery company gave an updated figure which was 15 times the initial estimate. Quote, Incident Command Center indicates that approximately 300 barrels have entered the sea, and tidal conditions suggest that the oil is heading in a southwesterly direction, end quote. Most may remember the December 2013 oil spill that washed miles of shorelines along southwest La Brea beaches. Everyday life was significantly impacted, with cooking prohibited, many falling ill, others moving out due to the nauseating and hazardous scents permeating the community. Residents have experienced smaller-scale spills since that time and once again may have to brace for another hit. Aerial photos received by CNC3 show the scale of this most recent spill. And with images like these taking the fore, Petrotrin assures it has implemented a wildlife rehabilitation plan and says it will ensure cleanup is completed in a timely manner with crews working around the clock. Quote, any impacted animal identified will be rehabilitated in established centers in Trinidad, end quote. Petrotrin then thanked stakeholders for their patience and understanding as they addressed the incident.
Meantime, Energy Minister Franklin Kahn says a probe into the circumstances surrounding the oil spill will be carried out. He told the Senate that the majority of spilled oil was contained within the refinery, but some escaped into the marine environment. And he said the investigation will look into why the containment failed and guide future asset integrity and in-house inspection frameworks. And over in Guyana now, work is underway to contain an undisclosed amount of fuel that spilled into the Demerara River. We get the details in this HGP Nightly News report.
Reports are that the spillage at the Power Producers and Distribution Inc., formerly managed by the Guyana Power and Light in the name of Wärtsilä, resulted from a damaged fuel line which was supposed to have been refurbished. A relatively new company, The Power Producers and Distribution Inc. recently took over operations of Wärtsilä. Nightly News was reliably informed that high-level staff of the company have been on site since the oil spill was reported, trying to remedy the situation. It is expected that a waste collection and disposal service entity will work hand-in-hand with the Guyana Coast Guard to ensure that the oil does not continue to flow into the Demerara River and that the problem with the oil line is rectified in a timely manner. Meanwhile, a source at the company stated that investigations into the matter are ongoing.
The Barbados government is objecting to a money laundering label that the United States has put on the island nation. The U.S. State Department recently named the island among several that it regards as major money laundering countries. But Attorney General Adriel Braffett says that is misleading. He says while the report cited a number of generic methods of money laundering that may be found in any country, Barbados's best intelligence does not support the view that they are at proportions that would have a significant impact on the local economy or cause the faintest ripple in the international financial sector. He says the authorities in Barbados will continue to do all in their power to ensure that the country remains a clean and safe jurisdiction in which to live, work, and do business. Several other Caribbean countries, including the Bahamas, Antigua, and Barbuda, have publicly disagreed with the report issued by the U.S. State Department. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next.
Africa's hottest show is back. And this year, MTV Shuga is heading south.
Femi, welcome to Josie.
To a city that never sleeps.
Fun! You can have fun here.
Have you even seen my work? Hot rubbish, man. How would you even know?
MTV Shuga, down south.
Don't mess with me. You're in Joburg now.
Former FIFA Vice President and CONCACAF boss Jack Warner is countersuing the hemispheric football body for defamation. CONCACAF recently filed a suit against Warner and former General Secretary Chuck Blazer for taking bribes. And now, according to a media report in Trinidad, Warner has instructed his attorney to file a suit against CONCACAF and its de facto president, Sunil Gulati, for $40 million, double the amount CONCACAF is asking in its lawsuit against the former football executive. Warner says he is suing for the persistent defamation of his character and any other relief. He also criticized the current CONCACAF administration for the poor quality of its management of the sport. Warner and Blazer are accused of accepting millions of dollars in bribes from companies and foreign governments in exchange for votes and broadcasting rights in major international soccer tournaments. And staying with football in Trinidad and Tobago, Soca Warriors head coach Dennis Lawrence believes preparation is critical for the Trinidad and Tobago football team as they continue their bid for another berth at the World Cup finals. TNT is getting set to take on Grenada in an international friendly this weekend as a precursor to the World Cup qualifying matches against the United States and Costa Rica in June. Lawrence says the friendly augurs well for players who will be almost inactive during the Pro League season.
I think the most important thing now, as I said, is to try and get the boys in them as much competitive football as possible, because as I said, with the league starting on May the 26th, it's not really ideal. I would have preferred if it had started earlier, but with it starting on the 26th, I'm going to try and see how much football I can get into them before we get to that game on June the 8th.
That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.